Insight is a critical concept or idea that gives a person a deeper sense of understanding and meaning to an object, person, or event. An insight would usually be a profound thought about something that gives it more meaning than it should have. That is why metaphors and abstractions are crucial in providing insights, as these give a connection for the insight to be explained. An example of an insight that has influenced me came from this clip from a story called And Then We'll Be Okay.
The old woman said, "Your species, mine once too. We must be the only creatures allergic to happiness. We ruled the galaxy a long time ago and still quibbled over who got more ice cream for dessert. Still wanted to pretend we didn't come from the mud. Still couldn't accept that meaning and solace aren't to be found in the heavens, but in the trenches of everyday living. We'll know everything, and then we'll be okay. We'll kill everything, and then we'll be okay. We'll forget everything, and then we'll be okay. We'll live forever, and then we'll be okay. We'll cling to everyone, and then we'll be okay. And even then, we weren't okay, because that's not how the game works. Go home, Tao. Don't try to be a hero or a sage or a warrior. Just exist for a while and be decent. That's heroism enough. It's how it's always been done."
I almost feel touched by these passage of statements, as I would often think about my life's meaning. I struggled with depression a lot, and I think that those statements were very meaningful, and it is probably meant for people who are struggling to find meaning in their lives. This taught me that even with complete knowledge of everything, or living forever, we will never be satisfied, as we will always aspire to achieve greater things, that we tend to forget the things that actually matter. Sometimes we are always in pursuit of something that isn't exactly there, and we tend to lose ourselves in the process. Meaning and solace isn't meant to be found in the heavens, but in the trenches of everyday living. The people who care for us, our friends and families, they who worry about the most tedious of things are what matters. Spending time with them and creating meaning with our own hobbies and passion is what will result in us having a more meaningful life. Well, for me at least. Looking back, I always had an impression that I needed to be someone big and important, and maybe then I would truly be happy. But now I am sure that they also have their own sets of problems that I probably can't handle. I am happy to be me, and I realize that being decent or just being average is already an achievement in and of itself, since I could have been a worse person than I am today. I don't do drugs, I don't break the rules, I just try my best to avoid being a nuisance and just keep doing the things I love. The hunger that people spend their whole lives upon just to keep chasing and pushing themselves till near exhaustion is something really admirable. But I know for myself that I would never become like that. I'm not trying to be a hero that saves many lives or a brilliant scientist that discovers many things. I'm just me, and the video really influenced my way of thinking and creating my life's philosophy. I tend to spend more time with myself and my family, but I'm not limiting myself towards opening up to new people. Looking much deeper into the statements, I would think that life isn't always about being the best or knowing it all. It's about the journey and the steps we take in order to reach a certain point in our lives. We will always strive for greater things, but in the end, we are nothing but a speck in a universe that never cared for us. But our friends and family, they care for us. So I think it's best that we ought to just be ourselves and leave no regret behind.